A very good morning to you from wherever you're watching us. How is your morning? It has rained in Kajiado. It's a chilly morning, but we are here to warm up your morning. My name is Fiona, and I'm not alone in studio. I'm with my farm girls. I'll allow them to introduce themselves. Karibuni
you.
sana.
Thank you, Fiona. My name is June, and we are happy to join everyone on this conversation on farm girls, everything girls in a farm, but in agriculture.
Okay, hello, good morning. Yeah, it's still morning. I'm Zippy. Yes, I'm happy to be here as a farm girl. You're welcome. Watch, follow us on our pages at Farmers Media. We are live on Facebook and YouTube. Yeah, welcome to our show.
Karibuni sana, guys. If you're new here, we are the Farm Girls. If you've been living under a rock, we are the Farm Girls, where we talk about everything farming, everything women in agriculture, how women are empowering each other. And today is Wednesday.
Yeah, today is Wednesday.
What does this day mean to you?
It's a Woman Crush Wednesday.
Kidogo, others may even say Ladies' Night.
Really? Where are you coming from, ladies?
Ladies' Night always happens on Wednesday.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's new to me.
Also,
Like a midweek, it is a midweek breather. Women just take a breather and maybe enjoy a cocktail or two in the evening past working hours. The whole thing is past working hours.
Wow! And yesterday I was watching something, and it was a series. It was a series shot in France, and they were saying they don't work past 4. Like if you talk to me past 4, it's illegal.
Okay.
If you talk to me past 4, anything work related,
It's illegal.
it's illegal. So in relation to what you've just said, that after work it's time to unwind as women. And on that note, there's a quote by one of my favorite, Michelle Obama, and she says, "There's no limit to what we as women can accomplish."
Yeah. It is true, very true.
So what are some of the women you're crushing on today? It's like you've said, Zippy, it's Woman Crush Wednesday. What are some of the women in your life or out here that you're crushing on?
the woman I'm crushing on, she's Anne Nyaga, the Chief Administrative Secretary in Agriculture Ministry. Yeah.
Oh, Allah.
Yeah.
That is interesting. Why are you crushing on her?
Like, wanani empower too in one way or another.
Is it because you're in the agriculture field, you're relating with her?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
What are you crushing? Who are you crushing on, June?
I wouldn't have one in specific because I believe so many women are doing it. I am crushing on women who are in policy making. They are in the boardroom. They're the ones who are making decisions that actually affect us in terms of agriculture. So yeah, I'm crushing on those women because they are leveraging and they are trying to make our world a better place. In all this chaos of climate shift and everything, they're trying to push for agriculture and to even have more funding in agriculture to enable us to have enough farm produce to feed the whole. Do you know how many we are in this world?
There are so many, and
Yeah.
climate change is an issue that affects worldwide. And you've talked about women as policymakers,
Yeah.
women in the boardrooms, and you realize there was a century where women were not allowed to even work.
Ooh, yeah.
Your work was to be a wife, a homemaker, a child bearer. Like even education, you'd be lucky to even just acquire some sort of education. So we've come a long way when it comes to women empowering, women acquiring education, women acquiring jobs.
Yeah.
And I imagine there are women who are still in that dark age
Yeah.
where they are not allowed to acquire education. Different communities with different rules. We are not coming for anyone. And on that note, our topic for today is Woman Crush Wednesday. We are celebrating women in agriculture field, but in general, this is a day that we celebrate women. We celebrate you who wakes up in the morning to go sell your mbogas kwa kibanda. We celebrate you who wakes up to go moderate meetings, to go in that boardroom. We see you.
Yeah, and we acknowledge the work that you're putting in, and it is important. You know, if today I come and Fiona, you tell me, June, you're doing a great job, it will motivate me on that day. I'll say, Fiona saw it. So we have seen the great work that you are doing, and here as a farm girls, we want to give a shout out to you and say you're doing a great job. Yeah.
So like I said, it's raining in Kitengela. Yesterday I asked people where it's raining. Is it raining from where they are? And majority of the people were just like, mvua gani, wapi? You know the irony, in most cases, it usually rains on the other parts of Nairobi. Mm-hmm. These other parts, it rains heavily, but the moment you start getting into Kitengela from Apo Syokimau, nothing. Like, okay, you ask yourself, what's not happening?
But then there was a time you told me you had an umbrella when you're coming from town. Then you came here, then you were like, huku, hata hakuna mvua.
Hakuna mvua na kulikuwa kunanyesha na mawe huko in town. And then now I come here with an umbrella. I look, I've dressed warmly. And then I just get people, sundresses, they just relax. It's so hot. And then another thing, because I'm actually I'm just new to Kitengela. This is what people in Kitengela say, it is raining.
Yeah, this is rain. I mean, we go for months without rain. It's usually so dry, and the sun is scorching. So for us to just experience this kidogo rain, we count it.
Yeah, people.
That's rain.
Yeah, people should visit different places, because now my definition of rain has also changed.
You're stuck with that. And on that note, as we celebrate women in agriculture, one of our own, that is Frida Okech, I would like to give you a shout out. You're doing an amazing job in Kisumu. She's a fish farmer.
Oh, yeah.
And apart from just being a fish farmer, she's also done capsicum, tomatoes. So she has a vast knowledge when it comes to farming. And just the other day, she experienced the challenge of fish dying.
Yeah.
You remember when a lot of fish were dying in Lake Victoria? Yeah. So she was one of the victims. But that did not bring her down. She kept doing what she's doing. So we really clap for you. Keep doing what you're doing. Never give up. You're the pacemakers. And you're really inspiring so many women. And on that note, June, how do women how do you even start?
Okay, so we will be starting this conversation by now. Let us see, how can you get into agriculture? And most women, when we have this conversation, they think we are saying that they should abandon what they are doing and they should now fetch a djembe with ragged clothing and join a farm. And you see, when we talk about women joining agriculture or joining farming, we actually know that you are coming with diverse knowledge from diverse areas. In agriculture, let us take an example of this organization. We have women who are doing social media. We have women who are in production. We have women in accounts and leading even programs. That alone, we are in agriculture. So we are saying you have a bachelor's degree in commerce. There is a space for you in agriculture. You can seek employment in agricultural based organizations, or even this policy making parastatals. And do not limit yourself that you have to be in a farm. Maybe you have discovered that being in a farm is not your forte, is not something that you are passionate about. You can try and see, what else can I do? So that is just one of the ways to get in agriculture. Do you know of other ways that women can join agriculture? Or you thought of djembe too?
I think it all starts from a place where women are born to nurture. And we even see it in our own homes, where women are so quick to start kitchen gardening. Like we are the ones who are always so curious about, what can I do? I have this backyard, I have this balcony. I'm yet to see, but I've never seen a man maybe you've just started life as a man and you're thinking, let me grow some spinach on my balcony so that it can. I'm yet to see one. And if I'm wrong, correct me on the comment section. Men, if you're doing home gardening, if you're doing your kitchen garden, come there. Prove us wrong with a photo.
Yeah. Zippy, have you seen women get in agriculture apart from the one with a djembe or anything?
Yes, agriculture, it's not all about shamba, the jembes. She have talked about Frida. She do fish farming. That's also agriculture. It's not all about the soil, the what. You can also do something, maybe poultry keeping, those kind of agriculture. Not a must to go to the shamba with a jembe, you have said, with ragged clothing.
No. And yeah, it is important that you have mentioned about there are different types of farming. There is now poultry, we have fish farming, we have livestock, we have now the farming, crop farming. So for when you want to get into agriculture, you can choose.
You have so many options. There's a wide variety to choose from. So and on that note, women are trying to get into agriculture. At the same time, women are being stereotyped. You know, the way someone comes to you and they want to venture into something, and you look at them and with those nails, with those nails you'll not manage. What are some of the stereotypes you hear around when it comes to women in agriculture?
Okay, one of the stereotypes is that women who are in agriculture, and most time when you talk about agriculture, someone who has no knowledge immediately think of a farm, of what we have discussed. They think that only rural women can now participate in agriculture. So when you say, I am a farm girl, I remember I think 2 or 3 months ago, I used to tell someone that, I am a farm girl, but I think this is just manifesting now. I'm in a farm girl show. So I used to say, for me, I am a farm girl deep down, and I would take my friend, we would go and see farms around in our free time, and and immediately he asked, were you born in a uko Ushago? Alikuwa nasema uko Ushago mlikuwa mnalima sana, and immediately he thought I come from an Ushago. Because I said I am a farm girl and I enjoy this kind of environment. So one of the stereotypes is women who enjoy farming or women who are in agriculture either have a background of Ushago or they're just rural women. Yeah.
Or
on that, go for it.
or even when we meet, I do many things back there on the other side. Then there is one time we came here, and I don't know what went wrong, or kind of. Then I was asked by one of the guys we had, so you did physics, so you show us how to go about this. Then I told them, no, I did agriculture. Then they were like, no. Then I'm like, kwani mtu amefanya agriculture anakaa aje? Ati ulifanya agriculture mbona? Because I loved agriculture. Then okay. Then I asked them, kwani mtu anafanya agriculture anafanya aje? Ati mtu anafanya agriculture anajika.
They want you to be masculine. I don't know.
Economical.
Sijui wanaitake hiyo picture aje, like mtu mchafu or ragged clothes. Keep on using that one. Ragged clothes or jembe yenye ni kichafu, like I don't know.
Times have really changed. Times have changed. We are at a time where women can go to the farm in the morning, and they do their thing up to 9. They come back, take a shower, dress nicely, go to the office.
Yeah.
You know, we are living in this is the 21st century. Farm girls, here we are. We practice our own ways of farming, and we are looking good.
Yeah.
We are not atukaini kama tumebeat.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, someone who is not looking too good. We are looking good. Women are taking care of themselves. They have time to go to the salon, do a pedi, a mani, and even with an improvised technology. Right now we have farm gears. People are wearing a lot of protective gears when they are going to their farms. So we've come a long way, and we are not stuck in the olden ways. And on that note, some of the stereotypes we also hear around, and Zippy, you've shared something this morning. Tell us about it. Where I'm trying to farm as a woman, I'm not getting the kind of support from a specific person.
Oh, there is something I shared on our Facebook page, and the nini was, do spouses support women in agriculture? Okay. How I wish mugetuambia nyinyi about your experiences. They're out, but si watu wengi wata support. You will find mostly in the rural areas, the women have ameamka, prepared everything, then ameenda shamba. The man is left in the house, probably sleeping. So I don't know, but okay, personally, I don't think so. The spouses support the women in agriculture. Wengi, let me say, okay, the highest percentage. Let me not give a specific percent, but
People will come for you.
yeah,
You don't want people coming for you.
I don't want. So you can comment there. Tuambie, do they support?
From what I've seen time and time is that, women do so much at the farms. Women are the laborers at the farms. Women are the ones who do seedlings, who do propagation. But now when it comes to decision making, men are at the upfront. They're the ones making decisions. They're the one dealing with finances. So in terms of support, I'm yet to see where women are forefront at making decisions in their own farm. Like, there's so many farms we visited, and you request for an interview, a woman will comfortably tell you, let me get some permission from my partner. And you wonder, you're above 18 years. You don't need permission from anyone. You can make your own decision. Why is it someone else coming in and trying to make decision for you? And the women would convince her, and they will go in front of the camera. The moment a man walks in, she can't even talk.
I think one of the things in the illustration that you have gone to a farm visit and you're requesting for a woman to actually, now you can hold an interview. For women, if you are listening and you have been one of these person that you are saying, let me go and ask my husband, I think the right way to say is, let us consult together. Let us make this decision together. We are not saying, we are saying if you are partners, you have come together because you are one. You have come and you have a farm together. Maybe you just say, let me inform him that I am doing the interview, not on a level that I am seeking permission. Because you see, also, this is your farm. And we believe that you're making decisions together. So you can just say, we are making decisions together. I need to inform him that I am doing an interview. And also for the back end, because that is now saving face, but for the back end, have the conversation with your spouse and say, in the case that you're not even reachable or you're far away, any of us can hold an interview.
And the funny thing, June, is you're walking into these farms. The people you find at the farm are these women. Probably you'll find them busy and the sun is scorching. 10% of the time you'll find men involved. We only find women busy. So these are the people we meet first. These are the people we want to talk to. And you realize, if I found you at the farm, I'm a modern woman, I'm living in these times. If someone wants to do an interview with me, they just need my consent. I don't need to direct them and say, because me, I believe as a 21st century woman, as a modern woman, I don't need permission. And me and my husband, we are just partners. We are not one. I can make decisions on my own. Pertaining farm activities, women indulge a lot. Women do a lot on their farms. And even you realize there are women who wake up so early so that they don't get the scorching sun. They wake up even at 4 to go and start preparing land. Men are still sleeping or men are rushing to go to work. Now we are talking about the rural woman. Rural women wake up so early to rush to farms so that they can do something, come back and still do chores at home. Why is it that me, I can be at the farm if we are working as a team? Me, I can be at the farm, and you as my husband, when I come back, I want tea.
I think even our cultural practices, kidogo, inatulemea, because now a woman is supposed, in our cultural practices, it has made a woman look like a superhero. Because come and think, this woman is going to the shamba. She has woken up very early in the morning. She has gone to the shamba, amelima, ama amepalilia, ama amefanya whatever she has done at the farm. She has come back. She has to make the meals for the husband before he leaves. She needs to prepare the children to go to school. She needs to clean the home. She needs to find for meals for the day, nini, you see. And she needs to also find out if there is anything that is lacking. And if she has another job on the side, because sometimes we have to be realistic. One of the challenges for smallholders farmers is it is not sustainable because we are dependent on seasons for planting. So kama hakuna mvua inamaanisha we do not have produce. So now they have to have something on the side. So maybe they have a business or they have an office job or something. A woman is supposed to do all those things in one single day.
And at the same time, we are talking about women empowerment. You're supposed to have some sort of self-care. Where do you get the time? Your back has been straining the whole day, yet you're supposed to come back, take care of yourself. You're supposed to look good at the end. Where do you get the time? Where do we draw the line and say it's mommy's time or it's my time?
No, unless you give yourself some time. Unajiambia at this time, nikifika hii time, shamba na mimi tuko hivi. Yes, you give yourself some time. At least unajiambia I will be at the shamba from this time to this time. Hiyo time ikifika tu unaona venye lunch inafika unajiambia tu mpaka tu kiangalia time unajiambia ni lunch time, haukuwa njaa inaingia. The same thing jiambia tu. When I work from 8 to maybe at 4. At 4 ikigonga hivi acha na hiyo everything, just go home, give yourself some time.
If you know, I also think if you're a woman and you're capable of outsourcing some of these some of these services, we are talking about women empowerment. We are trying to break the stereotype that a woman must do it all. Like if you can get someone to help you at home, get that person to help you at home. And when you're outsourcing for these services, maybe you increase your workers in the shamba so that you don't do it alone. You're also empowering someone else. And do you know that is how we are actually coming up with eradication of poverty? Eradication of poverty is, Fiona, if I have something that you can do, and for me it is too much, I already have something to do, I can hire you do it for me. Already that is your source of income. Yeah. You will not be dependent on other people. So when we talk about women empowerment, if you are in a position to actually outsource these services and hire someone else to do this job for you, kindly do so that we can also work towards eradication of poverty.
And speaking of that, I like this era of influencers where that was not a thing, like even 10 years ago. But right now it's a thing and people are earning so much from the same. And I like the way when someone has a backlog of work, they just get an assistant. You know, the same way, and when you getting an assistant, you're also empowering another woman.
And the good thing about getting an assistant, Fiona, what people do not understand, you will have so many things done, you can accommodate others. Like now, if you're working with a client, and you had now these deliverables and you brought an assistant who was helping you, the client will notice that you're actually productive and you're giving out quality work. So the client will give you more and even better work. So you can even hire more than one person. So you see, you increase your team. So even for agriculture, women in agriculture, we have those ones in finance, we have those ones now in processing. If you can accommodate others, hire more.
Yeah, women are taking up space. Yeah. Women are taking up space in different industries, and kudos to them. This is a time where we should also empower young girls. And when we talk of women empowerment, from your own understanding, what do you understand when we say empowering women? From your own understanding.
From my own understanding, it comes from in different sectors. One, the general one in layman's language, that means uplifting. It could be in training, giving information. It could be investing in their business. It could be referring them in those in spaces that their names were never heard. Like just doing something to uplift them.
And to add on what she has said, also equal treatments.
Yeah.
Because women are looked down upon in the society, like sasa, let me to just give example with Frida. Ni venye tu nakupenda. Frida, unajua kuna mtu. Yeah. You find she's doing fish farming, unampata huko, there were some pictures that she sent while she's at the boat doing what, unajua that, okay, personally sikuwa nadhania she can be fishing with men there, because when you go to those places, not even in Kisumu only, even in the other places like Naivasha, you find those who are doing fishing mostly are the men, the ladies. So kutakuwa na hiyo, yani mwanamke, and I don't know whether it's true or I don't know, you are supposed to fish, it's either early in the morning or in the evening or at night.
It is in the morning, like in the morning is when they come back. So during the nights they have been fishing.
Oh.
So in the mornings when they come at the shows to sell the fish.
Or now you imagine at night you are there, you are a woman trying to fish. See, other women will be like, you're supposed to be at the house cooking, taking care of
even gender-based violence.
Yeah. At night, naenda wapi sahi, and you are a lady. So that gender equality inafai pia kuangaliwa, because it will empower women.
And I think now that you have mentioned about feeder, let us just diverge kidogo for like something about fish farming. Fish farming, and reason why areas like Kisumu and Nyanza have high infection rate of HIV is because of fish farming. Reason is because men are the ones who are going to fish and now they bring it on shore to sell to give to women. Women are the ones who are selling this fish. And mostly you would find men would now use women. We must have sexual intercourse in exchange, so that I can sell you like the fish is sold on highest bidder. So you see, for a woman like Frida, who is coming in and saying I can go and fish, it puts women in a better leverage, and it puts women in an area where they do not have to be infected with HIV. They do not have to sleep with someone to actually get fish to sell at the market.
Yeah, and on that note, for me, I would just like, my way of empowering another woman is even promoting their self-worth. Because, and this goes to so many young girls out here, we are creating footprints for them. We should create platforms where they can improve their self-worth by being taught about beauty, being taught about self-love, because you realize women have been sidelined for so long, even by society. And we are trying to breed a generation of confident women who will go for what they want, women who will compete for the same spaces with men. You know, if there's an opportunity for a man, a woman would also say, it fits me. Right now we have engineer women, and they're comfortable wearing that overall and wearing that, what is it called? That's that kofia for
call it a helmet.
They're comfortable getting into that gear, putting their heels aside. And for me, I'm always so impressed when I see a woman breaking so many barriers. Like when I meet a pilot and she's a woman, when I meet a doctor and she's a woman, I'm even more in nafurahia nikihudumiwa na daktari mwenye ni mwanamke. You know, it's really impressive, and it just shows me how the path we are trying to take. And I would really like the same lessons to go down to our daughters, so that they can know what a man can do, we can do better.
But that quote is, I think so, it's taken, sijui kama ni wrong. There was a time, let me just give you this story.
Yes, we are listening. Story time.
There was a time, the water was brought by that man who usually bring water. Then I told one of a man here, see, please, so tuchukulia tu tuweke kwa dispenser. Then he was like, I think what a man can do, a woman can do better. Then I was like, oh.
And of course we can, Zippy, because for me, I see women working out and building their strength. Because right now there are women, you try attacking them randomly, they will teach you a lesson you've never been taught. Because women are really, you know, we've gotten from that era where some jobs are only for men. Heavy lifting. Women right now, you go to gyms, women are lifting up to 80 kgs.
Yeah.
So if you're telling me ati kuweka maji kwa dispenser ati women, my friend, I will show you. I will carry that bottle, put it in the dispenser. And even I'll give you a glass of water.
And let down as women. We will forgive her.
You know, even for me, like I remember when I started living alone, I used to change my own bulbs.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know, simple things like I can't change my bulb. I'm waiting for Mr. Man to come and.
But where is the Mr. Man? I think also what we have to acknowledge. We're talking about women empowerment. We're talking about how women we want to be treated fairly, the same as men, and given the same opportunities. And you have mentioned you love when you meet doctors who are women and they treat you. We must acknowledge that previously these were not opportunities that were not given.
They were not opportunities for women.
They were not available. We must acknowledge the fact that we have got. There is so much that we can do, but first what we have now, we have female engineers, we have women leading organizations, we have women on the forefront fighting for women's rights and even other things. So first we need to acknowledge, surely these opportunities we have been given, we just need to take them. So for a woman, if you are doubting your skills, if you are doubting yourself that you can do something, look at women who have done it and tell yourself that you can do it.
And be inspired, because there are women who have fought so many barriers, broken so many barriers just to get to where they are. And for me, I would like women to share their stories more. Yeah. Because you just don't know who you're inspiring, you just don't know who is listening to you. So no matter what happens, we shouldn't, for you to, the other day there was a joke where in LinkedIn, people share their accomplishments more than what they've been through. Probably you've encountered failures along the way. You've encountered so much to get there. So let us have so many of women telling us they're inspiring for you to get to even that position of a CEO. What did you go through to get there? What are some of the barriers you fought? Because you realize even in so many organizations, when there's a promotion, men will be considered first.
Oh, yeah.
Because women, you're being told, kutakuwa na hiyo time ya maternity leaves and all that, So there are so many challenges that make us be sidelined when it comes to opportunities. So women, share your stories more. And then another question I would like to pose to you, femme girls. There's this notion that goes around where women don't support their own. As much as we can sing all day about women empowerment, if we are not in a position to support our own, like there are some, let me give you a scenario. A woman will have an opportunity, but they will feel, I will not work well with a fellow woman. So let me give this opportunity to a man. So somebody commented yesterday and said, as much as we are encouraging women to empower each other and help each other, women don't support each other.
Yeah, that is a struggle that we do have. I think women, what we do at workplace, and it is very wrong, and even not leave alone even the workplace where opportunities are present, you cannot recommend your fellow woman, is because we are driven by competition. We don't look and say Zippy would be the best person because I know Zippy has this, she has these skills, or she's great in this and this. I will look like, but Zippy will now elevate herself in a way that we cannot have the same, we cannot relate the same way, because now we will feel like you don't want to be equals, or you feel like there's a threat that Zippy will surpass or the expectations and even be better than you. That is one of the things. We have this jealousy thing where we do not want someone to be better. We do not want someone to be better, or you want them wakwe chini yako. I have met a woman who, whose friends, like if Fiona today you have friends, you do not have friends like us, we are in the same field or what. You have friends that they are beneath you. Someone that you have to give them handouts, someone that you're not of the same financial state. I have met such a woman, and it was so sad that she does not have friends who are better. And she was in a position where she could have friends who are better than her, or friends who could offer more, but she just wants someone when she can, like, ataangalia like, I am doing them a favor.
And even when you come to look at, not necessarily in agriculture or what, unapatanga personally, ukiangalia most of my friends are men. I don't know why, sijui, but because wherever I was before I come here, I used to be the only girl in that company. The rest were men.
Don't you think they have a diversity problem?
Or you just relate well with the male?
I actually don't know. But let's say 80% of my friends are men.
Why don't you? No,
It's not
actually,
bad.
she's the right person we need to ask questions. Why don't you have
Female
friends?
I actually don't know the reason.
You don't know, but do you relate well with female
friends?
Yes.
Would you recommend your friend to maybe, if we had an opening here at the organization, would you recommend your female friend to come and join us?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I
Yeah.
think such a narrative needs to change. We need to get to a time where, as women, we should be trying to lift each other up.
Yeah, it's true.
In so many ways. When you see a woman stranded somewhere, and you know, we only try to lift each other up when we are in a difficult situation. In terms of safety, if you're walking at night, would you approach a man or a woman? In most cases, you will approach a woman. If you feel unsafe, it's at night, and you're in maybe this a road that it's secluded, would you be comfortable approaching a man or a woman for help, asking for help?
I think I would be more comfortable with a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you realize most females, we only support each other, or we only come together when we feel unsafe. But when there's an opportunity, when you feel someone can learn from the same, because we learn by helping each other. We learn by empowering other women. So let us stop this notion of women cannot support. We can support each other. And the moment we support each other, we can accomplish anything.
Yeah, also one thing I think women do not like supporting one another in terms of even opportunities is because as women we are emotional beings. Most of the time we are led by emotions. So maybe Fiona, you and I are best of friends and you do not have a job. And now at a farmers where I work, there is an opportunity. And the reason why I do not want to recommend you because I fear that our relationship will now itakuwa the same, like it will be altered, tutakosana. So sometimes we think the decisions we are making are actually good, but you see they are one-sided. We are only doing what is best for yourself. I have not thought Fiona does not have a job. I'm just feeling, how will it affect me? So let us stop in how will it affect me and think, how is it affecting the other person?
And on that note, we talked about some of the women. We posed the question and asked our audience. Today is Woman Crush Wednesday. What are some of the women you're celebrating in this agriculture industry? And I'll just read a few comments. We have Millie Abila. Hi, Millie. Where are you watching us from? Millie says, I celebrate Farmer on Fire, PR Onion Doctor. They are amazing. She celebrates Farmer on Fire. Hi, Wangare. We see you. We appreciate you. And makofi kwako for what you're doing. You know Farmer on Fire?
Kindly elaborate.
Okay, Farmer on Fire is a YouTube channel that was started by a female where she talks about everything farming, and she does it really practically, and she has elaborates on her farm. So she's come a long way. She attends most of our events. That's where I know her from, and she's doing an amazing job. You can check her on YouTube as Farmer on Fire. And then she has also said PR Onion Doctor. They're amazing at what they do. So Millie Abila has just given a shout out to 2 female farmers.
That is great. And actually, also you can go on our post and you can interact with us. You can leave us which woman you're shouting out today and you're celebrating today. Feel free to engage with us, tag them, and they will appreciate that you have noticed the good work that they're doing.
They will feel seen, because in most cases, especially women farmers, farming can be a very lonely career.
Yeah.
So when you see a few people recognizing you out here, you feel better. You feel seen. You feel encouraged to do even more. Christine Tindi, hi Christine, thank you for your continuous support. She says, I celebrate Florence Mwakali. Mwakali. I'm not good with pronouncing names. She says, a farmer with beautiful heart from Sultan Makueni County. Florence, we see you. Keep doing what you're doing. We celebrate you today on Woman Crush Wednesday. And then Zippy from A Farmer's Media says, today I personally celebrate Chief Administrative Secretary, Minister of Agriculture, Ann Nyaga. Ann Nyaga, CBC, we see you. Continue doing what you're doing, and we celebrate you today. Thank you so much, guys. We are going to take a break, a breather. We drink some water, and be sure to catch us back when you come back. See you.
Agriculture is the art and science of cultivating the soil, growing crops, and raising livestock. Agriculture provides most of the world's food and fabrics. It is not only a source of food and income, but also creates employment opportunities for many people in the world. Over 1 billion people worldwide work in agriculture, generating 2.4 trillion for the global economy. The global impact of farming on the environment is revealed that 40% of the Earth's land is now given over to agriculture. Agricultural development is one of the most powerful tools to end extreme poverty, boost shared prosperity, and feed a projected 9.7 billion people by 2050. And we, the Our Farmers Media, roll the carpet for you as we welcome you to our thrilling farm visits to different farmers that educate and inspire you in different sectors in agriculture. Catch us also on our shows on all our social media platforms as we bring you educative and informative information that will help you learn and guide you on your agriculture journey to success. Our farmers attain knowledge and grow profits.
We are back. We are the Farm Girls. If you've been living under a rock, we are here to talk about everything women, what women are doing in agriculture, how women are maneuvering in agriculture, barriers women are breaking in agriculture. And thank you for joining us. If you've not yet joined us, please do. This is a conversation you don't want to miss.
Yeah.
And guys, it's Wednesday. We are crashing on so many women.
Yeah, it's a good day. You know, when you speak about the accomplishments of other women, it's so empowering and uplifting. Yeah.
Zippy, how do you feel when you see women doing amazing things out here? How do you feel looking at women breaking barriers, doing the most, and still staying pretty?
It feels nice, by the way, and also encouraging. You see someone, then you are like, see, I can also do, see, I may manage, I may make it, so I can also be like her. So they also become our, what do you call them?
Our role model.
Yeah, our role model. I almost said our mentors, though you can also be our mentors.
Yeah, they can be our mentors with what they do. We see you, women, we appreciate you. And on that note, we want to make it light and fun. We have seen so many healthy rituals, let me call them rituals, because women are dedicated to them religiously. Women are really, tumetoka from a place of just waking up and washing your face with any other soap. Women are doing the most, and it's nice to see. It's nice to see women waking up with their face masks, women taking care of their skin. Is it because people don't want to age? Ama, why do you think women are doing the most when it comes to taking care of themselves?
When you look good, you feel good. When you look great, you have that confidence that you can actually walk in any room. But now if you're doubting, my skin, I don't look great. you see, utakuwa ni wewe mwenye unaenda mahali, you're always sitting behind or somewhere there are shadows where no one can see you. So also it is that confidence thing. It's just to boost their confidence. Yeah.
It's all the same because even when you dress smartly, so you feel nice, unasikianga yes. All the same, when you go somewhere with a smooth face, with what, you feel nice. Sana we do it though, like as she has said, for confidence, by the way. Yeah, na ukienda like it's a feeling yenye unatoka unasikia nimeweza.
Yeah.
And you know where all this starts from, ladies?
Yeah.
It starts from loving yourself.
Oh yeah.
First things first, love yourself for who you are. And for me, what I would tell young ladies and women in general, we are all different. We are all different. We can never be the same. I know the Kim Kardashians of the world have lied to us on how we are supposed, even for mothers, how we are supposed to snap back. But what you need to know as a woman, you're beautiful in your own ways, in your own amazing ways.
Yeah.
So you don't have to feel just because you're not practicing a few things, on maybe you're not practicing what is trending right now, that doesn't mean that you're missing out on anything. Whatever you do, just take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health, take care of your weight, take care of some. And by weight, we are not talking of overweight or anything. Do what makes you happy.
Yeah.
Be comfortable in your own skin.
In your own skin.
What are some of the healthy rituals you see out here?
One of the things of self-care and that brings good health, I think for that one is not cosmetic or anything, is the habit of someone meditating. Like a woman, let us use the example of a woman when ametoka shambani. Amekuwa under the scorching sun, or even for a woman when amekuwa kwa ofisi, you have been having meetings on meetings. A woman who is in business, who has been trying and telling women, customers, like you're luring them, come moja kwa bei ya bili ama inafanga something. Like you see, things like those. So you have been in a hectic place where it has been busy and moving. So you just take your time in the evening, you come home, you take like 10 minutes, you just keep quiet and meditate.
Wow.
It brings, have you guys ever meditated?
Mostly it's in the morning after I wake up, before I get out of that bed. I usually take some time, I meditate on some things. Then I wake up, not necessarily in the evening, because that time I'm tired. Nafikiria tu venye nitalala.
Yeah, but you see for you have that time in the morning. You have a time with yourself. So that is actually one of the health practices, because it allows you to even spend time with yourself. It allows you to organize yourself, just enjoying yourself. And you see, when this allows you now, when you're relating with others, you actually know what you want. You actually see if that relationship was worth it. That is the time.
You get to know yourself.
It brings some moment of stillness. Women, we are seen as, I have said, like we are superhero. We are supposed to do every single thing.
10 masters at a go.
Yeah, but at
10 masters at a go.
At that time, you're not doing anything. It's just you and you.
Yeah, sit with yourself. And the most important thing is, as a woman, understand who you are. Understand who you are and understand what works for you. And stop comparing. I know we live in a world where we compare so much. I see what ZP does and probably it's working out for her, and I feel maybe it will work out for me. And probably we are not the same.
Yeah.
So understand who you are and know what works for you. And some of the healthy meals that you can indulge in, maybe to take care of your skin, to take care of your nails, because right now there's a remedy for everything. You guys maybe know some of the meals that you have that tip or secret that works for you, and you feel it will help another woman out here.
There is something I saw. Yes, yesterday I was doing some research then about the mangoes. They are on season,
Yes.
and the one health benefit I saw, it helps in losing weight. I don't know whether it's true
Okay.
or
You've
not.
straight up now.
I became alert
You
immediately.
became alert immediately. Tell us more.
I actually don't know. I just was just looking for health benefits of a mango because they are on season. I need to know what they do, what they can do. Then one health benefit I saw, it helps. Okay, it helps in reducing heart diseases, and also that of losing weight. I'm not sure. So semeni mimi.
But they can try.
They can
Just
try
to-
because mnaweza tuambia you can try then
You think
maybe
I'm at
another
what
day.
time? I'm at any time to
Just consuming
like it is-
mangoes.
Yeah,
Plenty.
consuming mangoes. But sijui, that's a tip I saw. Maybe we can try
And they're in
tuone
season.
kama they
They're
are
in
in
season, so
season.
utilize them.
Yeah, you can even not necessarily ukule. You can also make the mango juice. You can remember about I told you about the kasmoothie.
Yeah,
smoothie
there's
of
mango
mango.
smoothie in
Yeah.
milk.
You can try, then you see whether it will work. After it work, tuambie tu hapa. I did that, it worked.
One of the tips that I can give women, most of the time we do not want to talk about any sexual reproductive things, health issues or something. When you take cranberry juice, and I'm not talking about cranberry juice zenye zimeongezwa additives
Yeah.
By the
or
way,
anything.
I only see them kwa supermarket.
Yeah, now we also need to find ways how we can make them at home. When you have organic, let us use the term organic.
Yeah.
Organic cranberry juice, it helps with the pH balance of your of the vagina and everything. You cannot get yeast infections. And you see, for a woman, when a woman gets yeast infection, someone would think it is a sexually transmitted disease. No, yeast infection comes with pH balance, and sometimes when women who are wearing, we're not all privileged to have a numerous number of underwears.
Yeah.
So somewhere wamevaa leo wataiosha and repeat the same. So when you wear damp underwear, you can get one. So another, apart from cranberry juice, if it is not to your taste and does not please your taste buds, you can try the natural yogurt. The key is do take things that are organic. They help with the pH balance.
Interesting tips, ladies. I hope you're taking note. For those who had the knowledge already, kudos to you. And for me, my tip is just consuming pawpaws. Pawpaws are very sweet, delicious fruits. So consume them in plenty, and they will help you with menstrual cramps. For those who usually suffer during that time of the month, that is the time you can eat plenty of pawpaws. It will help you. It will help with the pain, and it will also help with your digestion. So it's a win-win situation.
So it helps with bloating.
It helps with bloating. It reduces the pain. There are people who get very intense pain during that time of the month. So it's a good way. Consume the pawpaws. I will not speak scientifically because I'm not a scientist, but there's some elements in pawpaw that help reduce the menstrual pain.
But at the back of my mind, I used to know purpose are for kids, for children.
Oh,
They're pureed and then they're given to kids.
they're given to kids. Oh.
Now I know.
And the secret is just like take care of yourself. Have a nice bath. If you have the privilege of having a bathtub, go in there, relax, listen to some good music. It's a form of
But then
self-care.
now that you have mentioned, can we go kidogo and talk about a fun thing? Why do landlords not have installed bathtubs in all houses? Only in this Nairobi, I have not seen, except for those now you see those 3-bedroom bungalow, they have a
Oh,
bathtub.
yeah,
So are you
yeah,
trying to
bathtubs.
say someone who lives in a 1-bedroom, in a 2-bedroom or in a
Cannot do
bedsitter, they cannot access a bathtub?
Unless Miss Kara is. You buy a big one.
The funny thing about life changes. Like we all start from somewhere. So even if you start in that bed sitter, it's yours. At the end of the day, tap yourself in the back and say, I'm not staying at home. And no offense for those who stay at
But
home.
landlord, do something.
About bathtubs.
Landlord, do something, please. I watch a lot of lifestyle vlogs from South Africa, and even in the simplest homes,
The smallest
even
homes.
those that accommodate people of low income, they have bathtubs. And even in the US, even in these developed countries, you could have been struggling somewhere, but you have a bathtub.
You go home for some self-care in the evening. You put in some petals.
Now you're telling us about a bathtub, Fiona. Are you being fair?
No, I'm not being fair. I'm trying to cut across all my audiences. There are those who probably you have a bathtub. Just go in there, relax, and even if you don't have one, you can just take a moment for yourself. Go into your bedroom. Lock up the world. Don't listen to it.
Or they can shower for 30 minutes.
You're in a hurry, ukombioni. So and someone was just, the other day I read somewhere, and someone just said the trick to getting your confidence back is looking good, smelling good, and being eloquent.
By the way, for our audience who are watching, looking good is good business.
Yeah, it boosts your confidence
It's
so
good
much.
business.
You can imagine, like, you guys have stressed on this. If you look good, you'll feel good and you'll accomplish anything. You will walk into those rooms and pitch. You will not lose your words. Ile time unataka hata unasahau jina yako. So it's just a matter of taking good care of yourself, and we've given you a few tips on some of the meals you can do to relax. And if you're coming from a place where you don't resonate with anything, just listen to music, read a book, perfect your grammar, and it will work out eventually. And speaking of great women doing great things, we will talk of one of my favorite, that is Michelle Obama. I love this woman. I don't know if she knows, but one of my wishes is just to meet her someday.
She does not know. Let us bust your bubble. She does not know.
But it's there's a way, people are saying that unawishia celebrity birthday na hata kujui. There's a way she's usually so inspiring.
Yeah,
and she cuts across, like, even as an African woman who is trying to maneuver in a third world country, you always feel hard when you listen to her. So there's a production she did on Netflix where she was teaching kids. Her target audience was kids and families with kids, where she was trying to get them into the kitchen so that they can start building a healthy eating habit.
Oh, yeah.
America, for the longest time, they've had cases of obese. We've all seen this, where people are obese to the point where they can't walk, they can't, like, their life just comes to a standstill. You've seen such cases where mtu alikula paka akabaki tu kwa kiti. Like,
I think we have seen them in films. Personally, I've not seen it in real life because where I live in Kenya, we do not have so many cases of this, but I have seen documentaries, and even for them going for surgeries, for cosmetic surgeries, not because they wanted it, but it is because
risk.
they are at a health risk.
Yeah, and you can see Michelle Obama she did this production, I think, last year, but it's still on Netflix, where she was just trying to encourage young people, because healthy eating habits, they start as young.
Yeah. Because
I notice with my daughter, she will not eat spinach, but she will eat fries. Comfort, without us fighting, she will eat fries until she finishes. But when you try to introduce vegetables, it's a struggle. So it's like we are fighting for her to eat vegetables. So Michelle Obama tried to bring this production, and it's done it's child friendly, in a very cartoonish way, where the minions are encouraging kids to eat their vegetables, and she was even bringing in different recipes on how you can prepare your broccoli so that your kid can eat.
Oh yeah.
So it's a very interesting way, because she's tackling so many problems, especially with America, because they say what you eat, you are what you eat.
You are what you eat.
And this thing is really true. Ukiamka asubuhi umekunywa slimming tea na mandazi 10. What do you expect? Na tuna complain of belly fat.
But you are mandazi 10, some of us, we just have mandazi somewhere. You have triggered us.
Hey, you people agree with me. You cannot, because we are encouraging women. We want to have a reign of women who are eating healthy. And you know, people argued and say, is eating healthy expensive?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I have to agree with them. It is very costly. You see, when you go out in your estate, we are talking about these estates. Ukitoka, the immediate person is selling cheaper. Prices are very at a price friendly. Now, when you want broccoli, let us use an example of broccoli. You want celery. You want you see those you see those healthy things. The only affordable ones are the skuma and spinach, because now kuna vile wanazikata na 20 bob or 50 bob. But even for kienyeji mbogas, have you ever realized they're costly?
Yeah, they're pricey.
Now for these healthy options, they are very costly. So the reason why you would find people would lean more to the unhealthy eating patterns is not because they want it. They want something that actually can work within their budget.
But John, I beg to differ with you because you've talked about. Remember, we are talking about healthy eating, and you realize, why is it that people in rural areas, they live for long, they are not affected by lifestyle diseases, but people in urban areas, and I imagine people in rural areas, if we compare our financial status, they're not similar to people in urban areas. Like ule mtu wa uko home, uko ushago kabisa. For them, it's they wake up in the morning, they take tea with viazi. For you who is living in an urban area, who assumes the viazi is pricey, you end up taking tea with bread, not knowing bread is more pricey than even viazi.
But you see, for them, reason why they're of good health and the reason why they're actually having these meals, remember, these are people who are their smallholders, farmers. I have told you, I came from a home where we were sufficient. Yes. When you are purchasing something, it's something that you do not necessarily need.
Tunahamia kwa kina jina wanakosa chakula.
So you see, you are buying something. So kama that's nduma or the ngwashe is already, they have it. So, and then another thing, you know, we have to look at the challenges that this country is facing. You can find when you're purchasing all this produce from a farmer's gate is more affordable. But because of transport logistics and so many things and so many middlemen in Kenya, like the cost of food goes up. So something that a farmer aliuza labda one of like a bucket of sweet potatoes at 100, once zimefika kwa sokoni, they have now like they're 500 per bucket. Reason kulikuwa na fuel that transported, a middleman aliconnect the seller with the buyer, so pesa imeingia hapo katikati. Reason you find when you come, you see, I will buy, and then you see when you buy bread, you can eat it for 3 different days because there is preservation. Kitu kama ngwashe kama imeharibika, inaharibika. Unaanza kuona it is very costly for you if you do not have the right preservation methods. So a lot of things come together for people who are in urban areas. Watu wenye wako tu watatoa kwa shamba directly, waangalie preservation methods nini. So a lot of things zinafanya even the cost of these foods zinakuwa higher.
But this fast
do you
food
think healthy eating is expensive?
Okay. No. Because there was a time Jackie was telling me, okay, for example, I come with mandazi, maybe for 20 bob. Then there was a day she brought me a yam. Then I asked her, how much is this? It's 20 bob. It's something utakula na the whole day you will be full, but eat for mandazis. Unaangalia time hivi lunch taifika lini?
Exactly, you have a point.
Yeah.
Because you realize for the fast food, it's just because our taste buds have adopted to it.
Yeah,
there's a time there was no KFC, there was no chicken in, there were not these fast food joints. We used to cook, and there's a movement that was going on, but that was more based on financially how to save your money. Is there's food at home. Why are you going somewhere? Unapita pale Stanford, unasikia chipo imekuchapa pa.
I think if you think for your parents, I remember my mom, we would go to church. Unajua sasa hivi tumecome up with a practice of after church you want to go for a restaurant and eat somewhere, eat out or something. when we were children, our mother, after you would say, hey, Mamisi, we go and eat this and this, and there's food at
A
home.
bus.
Yeah,
There is food at home.
they were really teaching us something so important that even up to now, you realize with our economy shifting from economy that is lap. So you realize right now we've just come to a place where we now feel it's more cheaper going home and even cooking at home.
Yeah, it's more. Yeah, it is. If you're talking about going to restaurants, I think when you think of a meal that you have at a restaurant, like a good restaurant, for one person you would pay like 3,000. And you know, like a menu imeletwa is like a meal, wanasema a meal with accompaniment imekuja is 2,000 and something. You must take water, you must take fruit, you must take juice. Kidogo kidogo, if you're staying there for longer, you say I want a fruit salad. You find that is without alcohol. Without alcohol,
That is just a meal, a simple
it's like
meal.
3,000. And if you are going home, you buy the nyama and you buy the vegetables.
Yes.
With even the rice. To say, you wouldn't even use half of that money.
Yeah.
And I have a fun question for you ladies. This is directed to you guys. Would you be comfortable? Right now we are talking economically. We are trying to save money and everything. On a first date, someone says, come, I'll cook for you. Would you be comfortable?
I think there are so many reasons that I might decline. When I am for a first date, you see, this is someone that you're not conversant with. You do not. How am I going to feel safe in a space that I am not used to? You see, if it is in your house, if you a man is calling you to go and cook for them, you have only met this man once. You do not know his friends or what. And what if you are married in that house?
June, you're making it look like I'm walking into a serial killer's home. But that's how I got married. For me, on a first date, I was invited to go and the man cooked. And we ate. And for me, I did not see it as a big deal. And I get where you're coming from. I get because sometimes you can go into a serial killer's house.
If that man is like your husband who is not a serial killer, and maybe I know him from somewhere else, if Akini invites to have lunch
and
or
imagine
dinner,
he's
I
volunteering
would
to
go.
cook.
Even reason ni kwa sababu unaona hii ni kitu ametengeneza na mikono yake. I think something that out
of his way. And he has asked, what is your favorite?
If I know the man, I would go. If I don't know the man, no. Let us meet in a public.
So guys, you realize the discussion was, is healthy eating expensive? And my girls here are wako 50-50. June is for healthy eating is a bit expensive.
Eating is costly.
Zippy is like, if you are going to that restaurant and spending thousands of shillings, why not buy the food? And you realize that if you go to the market today and you have 3,000 shillings and you want to spend it on vegetables, actually you'll come back home with a bounty.
With so much.
And and we have so many restaurants coming up. And actually, what is your favorite restaurant in Nairobi? Ama, you're spoiled for June. You just look like those people after Sunday. I'm going somewhere treating myself.
Yeah, reason why I do that, I think, is because I live alone, and I am during the week I am working, and then this is the time now I have to see the outside world, not barabara ya kwenda kazini. Labda nione hii barabara kumbe huwa ina lead where, let me see. I'm just trying to know my environment. Yeah.
So exploring. You like exploring. What is your kind of restaurant? What do you look for? Actually, mtanijibu hiyo. What's your favorite restaurant in Nairobi? And you don't need to mention the name. You can just tell us, what do you look for in that restaurant? What keeps you going back there?
Okay, we can start with Zippy.
Okay, personally, I like exploring very many restaurants. Personally, mi ukinipeleka huku this time round, usiniambie turudi huko. You have to find another place. But so far I have one of which I really love.
What do you love about it? Is it the ambience? Is it the decor? Like, what do you love about a restaurant?
Yeah, okay. The decor, the environment, it's a very cool place. I guess we are with you one day there. The place is cool. Like,
we
it's very
we were there with
soothing.
you.
Yeah. There was a place we were with you.
It's more nature based.
Yeah,
It's
yes,
more
yes,
nature
yes.
based. Okay, so you
the place-
you love the greenery,
Yeah.
the trees,
Yeah.
and it was more outdoorsy. Yeah, I get it. What do you love about a restaurant?
A restaurant, first the aesthetics.
Naambia June ni mtu wa aesthetics. The moment she walks into a room, she's like, this is too much color. This is so for you, aesthetics work for you when you're choosing a
Aesthetics,
restaurant.
yeah, because now this is the time I need to calm down, so I don't need a lot of distraction. Yeah, and then I think
You don't like busy. A restaurant busy matters.
no, it depends. If I'm a lunch hour, of course, it would have so many people. But even with so many people, there is still some order. And even customer service. Surely I cannot sit down 2 hours. No one has served me. So one of these is aesthetics, and now the customer service. And one of my favorite spots, I would say it's called Opal by Sagret. It's along Kiambu Road. Now that one is like my it was my local at that time. Now I need to look for another local now that I have moved. But the thing that sold me is the owner of the restaurant is a Maasai. So ameleta Maasai with their attire. So the people that would serve you, they are in their Maasai attire, and it is best known for nyama choma. They have the best. I think Maasais just do something with their nyama choma.
Hey, June, it's almost lunchtime. Please divert the conversation.
Yeah, so I love. So for those ones who are along that route, you can try that. Yeah.
For me, what I look for in a restaurant, I'll shock you, but the food. The ambience can be good, the interior, the decor can be everything, but if the food is pathetic, I'm not boarding. It has to be good. It doesn't matter the place, but once I hear there's good food, and good food varies with different people.
Yeah.
To me, it can be good food, to someone else it's pathetic. So sisi watu wa Kajiado tuko na bezes zetu za nyama choma, and as much as is nyama choma healthy?
It depends with how frequent you take
Yeah.
it. So if it is once in a while, that is totally healthy because this is nyama yenye haijakuwa deep fried, imechomwa tu na moto.
Choma is
But if it is every day,
That's not healthy.
it's
not
not
healthy.
healthy.
Yeah.
And we don't like the healthy things. We love our bread, our chapatis, and kwanza it's the festive season. People are really indulging.
a lot of chapatis. They normally say a lot of chicken will die.
A lot of chickens will die. And some of us will gain a few kilos here and there. But it's okay. It's okay. It's the time. It's the season. And we'll just go to our social media. Zippy, can you tell us what people are saying?
Yes, we had that. The question I had asked about, do spouse support women in agriculture? And there was this lady. She's Christine. I don't know where the comment is, but it was right here. But mpaka ameniuliza ulisikia wapi that the spouse does not nini. I can't see the comment.
Oh, you can see the comments.
Yeah, but
I can see
had
them. I can see them. Christine, thank you once again for your continuous support. Christine is saying, looking good, farm girls.
Thank
you.
Today I would like to celebrate Florence Mwikali, a farmer in Sultan Makueni County, but currently her plants are drying up, mango trees and orange trees. Oh, Florence, pole sana for
Pole
that.
sana.
Christine went ahead and said, I have questions. How can women be consistent in farming? How can women be consistent in farming?
I think one of the ways women can be consistent in farming and taking account like the climate shift, like now there are less rains, is now they have to do smart agricultural farming. Now they can even use, in these times where there is less rains, they can use drought friendly crops. Like the other day, Jackie was walking me around and showing me now we have had few rains, but the sunflower has been resistant and it was flourishing. You had even seen how beautiful it looked. So can you try different crops that now will have less less it needs maintenance with less water. So one of the ways is try and diversify your crops. Isikuwe tu kama when wa mahindi. It will also build your consistency because you will be seeing the yields. Another thing is also they can plant trees. You know, when you plant trees, it retains soil moisture. The leaves can create compost. So when now there is less rainfall, you use the leaves for mulching to retain the soil. So your crops will still try and do smart farming.
Okay, I've seen the comment.
Hold that thought, ZP. We will be right back for more comments. Just hold on to it. Let us take a breather. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere. We are coming. We might just read your comments, so hold on to it. See you.
Spinach is a dark leafy vegetable that originated in Persia. Spinach is a superfood as it is loaded with tons of nutrients in a low-calorie package. Spinach has been used by various cultures throughout the history. Spinach is a versatile vegetable and can be eaten raw or cooked. It can be incorporated quite easily in any diet as it is cheap and easy to prepare.
We are back. Thank you for holding on. Thank you for joining us. And once again, we are talking about how we can celebrate women in agriculture. It's Wednesday and it's Woman Crush Wednesday, sorry for that. And we are celebrating a few women in agriculture. We are celebrating Frida Okech, for her amazing work in Kisumu as a fish farmer. And we were going through a few questions from our social media platform. And Christine has a comment. I celebrate the farm girls for helping farmers connect, learn, and grow. I celebrate Jackie Moore. Shout out to Jackie Moore. Hi. Jackie Moore is the host of our evening drive. And of course, myself for educating and entertaining farmers. And Christine also comments, spouses support women in the farm. Wa ulisikia wapi? I wish you visit some parts of Ukambani. Women farm tomatoes and find market in Mombasa. So they do it all. That is interesting.
Oh, that is nice.
Imagine, as a women in Ukambani, we applaud you, we appreciate you. If you're doing the farming and looking at for market at the same time, you're doing an amazing job.
Yeah.
And Kefa Nyaido, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining in. Kefa asks, hello guys. Hi.
Hi.
Do you have a social forum for farmers like single farm girls? I am a farmer looking for fellow farm partner.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. We do have the Africa Farmers Club, where actually farmers interact with one another to connect and grow. And so take this opportunity to get to know farmers and what they do. And also do not be shy in getting to agricultural shows or even for this forums. They're called forums, where you have like a 3-day forum for agriculture or farming. Get to know other people in the field. Networking is very important. And even if you are a farmer, have you put on your LinkedIn that you're a farmer? Put a post that you about farming and see those ones who are interested. There's so many, you can interact with so many people who in the field. It's just that you are not trying to network. Do not be shy. Network.
And also, you can join us. We are the Farm Girls. We can also partner with you. And also, please share a brief kanini. What do you farm? We wish to know, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. I hope, Nyaido, we've answered you. If not, keep connecting with us, and I will talk to you later. We can message each other and get to know more of what you farm and where you're farming from. Now, ladies, as
Yes.
we are trying to wind this up, it has been a very interesting conversation. I've really enjoyed myself today.
Yeah.
And I'm sure women are also excited wherever they are. At
Yeah.
least they now feel heard, they feel seen. So to wind this up, I'm going to ask you 2 interesting questions. I want you to be as honest as you can.
Okay.
So, and nianze na nani?
Hapana. Anza na June. Mimi amekukaribia
Okay,
hapo.
June, I'll start with you. What is a course you are really passionate about right now?
What I am passionate about. I am passionate about so many things. I am one of them is farming. One of the other thing is I am passionate about leveling up, looking for opportunities where I can grow myself, seeing not looking at the world from my lens but of others. So one of the things that I have learned this year, and one of the things that I am being intentional about, is how my communication is affecting the other person. Most of the time when we communicate is we want to be heard, we want to put up across a point. But now when I'm communicating, how does it make Fiona feel? So I am working on to being accommodative of others, even for the things that I want, or even how I'm going to react. How can I be accommodative of other people's feelings? So that is something that I am learning. And self-development. This year, I think I have worked so much on self-development as a person and how I impact other people. Yeah. Yeah.
What about you, ZP?
Okay, I'm also interested in farming. It's becoming sweet and interesting as I learn more and more, by the way. Hata mimi acha tu, let me be honest. You have said we're honest, eh? I used to take that farming. Mimi, sijui niguze that soil, it's that, it's what. No, I'm also interested in farming as I have something outside growing, so maybe I can start from there. You never know. And also working on improving yourself, growing yourself, doing things that benefit you and other people.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. Personally, I'm also working on self-growth. I'm trying to understand who I am as a person and who is Fiona. So I'm really working on that. And I'm working on improving so many other things that I'm yet to learn. And the next question is, what would be your dream location to live?
I think the first place, even someone asked me yesterday, where are my dream vacation? But anyway, the first place that I would want to live alone, Kenya, which I enjoy so much. Anyway, I've been here. Is South Africa. I would want to live in South Africa, either in Johannesburg or in Cape Town. And I am interested also in Ghana. I hear it is so hot. But I think the reason why I'm interested in living in Ghana is because I read, there's a book called Homecoming by I hope I'm pronouncing her name, Gyasi or something. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name well, but now it talks about slave trade, something. So it made me really interested in Ghana, from how she was explaining how Ghana was beautiful before the white man came or something. So it really made me. Otherwise, apart from the motherland, I would want to live in South Korea, or maybe in Canada.
Okay, you can seem like I connect with someone in Canada. Okay, personally, I would like to live in Egypt.
Why Egypt?
Okay, those people have very many inventions, and also they have grown in agriculture. So I wish to go there, though nasikianga too, it's also hot.
So hot,
Really
Yeah.
hot.
Yes, and I see some things of this, the biblical things that I hear ziko huko.
So you really want to experience?
Yeah, to
firsthand.
experience them first. And also in Pakistan.
Ooh, okay.
Yes, which other place? Those are the two places that I'm interested in.
Living.
Yeah.
For me in Africa, I would really want to live in Rwanda. And out of Africa, I would really want to live in Europe, somewhere huko in a very cold country in Europe. I enjoy the cold, the grey weather, and I would also want to live in Russia, just to learn their language, learn the way they operate. There's a good friend of mine who lived in Russia, and she was telling me, in Russia you cannot just smile randomly. That, like, people are not. I don't want to say they're not too friendly, or rather, you see the way in
They're
Kenya
serious.
they're serious. You see the way in Kenya you can meet someone and you look at each other and you smile.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And
We are
just
so
move on.
friendly and move on. Like in Russia, if people don't just smile or laugh anyhowly, like for them they're usually stone faced. So she was telling me, living there, she was just like, what is this? How will I cope? Like for me, I like dark humor, so I'd really enjoy living in such a country. And we've really interacted with our audience.
Yeah. This has
sad
been a
to come to
very
the end.
fun episode. Yeah.
Sad to come to the end of our show. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to join us again tomorrow for another interesting episode. Keep commenting, keep interacting with us. We want to see where are our farm girls?
Yeah.
Where are our women?
Where are
Women
you listening and watching
empowerment.
from? Yeah.
We need you to support us. We need you to comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you want us to talk about. And we are all ears. We are very accommodative and we will be listening. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Until next time. Bye.